BTS News Today. Incheon International Airport looked ordinary that afternoon, at least to those who weren't paying attention to details. But for fans who had long studied Jungkook's movement patterns, something felt different since 1340 Korea Standard Time. An airport staff member who wished to remain anonymous said that from early morning, there had been unusual activity around the VIP terminal, including repeated security sweeps and the clearing of a special lane used only for highly important guests or celebrities with confidential agendas. There were no official announcements from HYB, no public schedules, and not even rumors stirring among ARMY beforehand. Everything was unusually quiet, too quiet for a day when something was clearly about to happen, until at 15:03, two unmarked black cars stopped in front of the private arrival entrance. The back door slowly opened, and a man wearing an oversized black hoodie, a thick mask, and moving with quick strides stepped out. No one could truly see his face, but the slope of his shoulders, his posture, and the way he adjusted the large black bag slung over his shoulder were enough to make the few fans standing far beyond the metal fence gasp in disbelief. It was Jungkook. Or at least, someone who walked exactly like Jungkook. It took only seconds for the news to spread like wildfire across Korean and international social media. Twitter, Instagram, Weverse, everything exploded within minutes. Blurry photos taken from afar captured a figure who looked incredibly similar to Jungkook, walking quickly toward the VIP door with no visible staff members from his management in sight. There were no HYB employees with clipboards or earpieces. No manager. No entourage, just two large foreign bodyguards whose faces ARMY had never seen before. And that was exactly what made everything feel strange. A fansite master who happened to be nearby confessed that she almost dropped her camera the moment she realized who it was. There was something in the way he walked. Rushed but not panicked. Like someone who knew he had to leave but didn't want anyone to notice. She wrote in a long post only minutes after the sighting. Even stranger, there was no official BTS schedule in Paris today. No brand event, no global photo shoot, no magazine project, no concert, and no fan meeting. All members' schedules had been normal and unremarkable for the past week. No warnings. No hints. So what was really going on? Sources within the entertainment industry said that if an idol as big as Jungkook leaves the country alone, without a manager, without staff, and without announcement, there are usually only two possibilities. First, a deeply personal trip, or second, a confidential schedule that must remain hidden until the right time. But the fact that HYB made no attempt to make any announcement only heightened suspicion. Then came an anonymous post from someone who claimed to work in international ticketing. There's a ticket under Jungkook's name for a flight to Paris today. But what's strange is that the ticket was paid using HYB's corporate card, not his personal account. The booking code is under a confidential assignment category. This is not a normal personal trip. The post ignited an even bigger wave of speculation. Many began questioning whether Jungkook was involved in a secret project, perhaps a recording session, a collaboration, or something bigger than anyone expected. Some guessed he was heading to a luxury fashion meeting, given his recent involvement in unannounced global projects. But ARMY members with sharp eyes noticed a detail that others might have missed. In one of the blurry photos from that afternoon, Jungkook was carrying a large black bag with no recognizable brand. It looked heavy and slightly bulged at the bottom, as if it contained more than just travel clothes. Some fans joked that he might be carrying portable studio equipment. Others speculated cameras or microphones. But another theory emerged. The bag didn't hold equipment at all. It held documents. Yes, documents. This suspicion began when a fan zoomed in on a photo and saw a thin sheet of white paper sticking out slightly from the unzipped section. Though unclear, the paper looked too rigid to be clothing or a notebook. And if it was a document, why would Jungkook carry it himself without assistance? And why did he seem so protective of that bag? Once the VIP door opened, Jungkook disappeared behind the tinted glass walls. Those at the airport could only watch shadows move as he entered the private lounge typically reserved for diplomats or high-security guests. One security worker said the room was cleared 5 minutes before Jungkook arrived. And all CCTV cameras inside were temporarily turned off for undisclosed reasons. the cameras were turned off. That alone was enough to shake the entire fandom. Even high-profile idols aren't usually given that level of privacy. The fact that Jungkook received such treatment suggested only one thing. He was doing something that should not be recorded in any form. Minutes later, another anonymous message appeared, saying Jungkook did not board a regular commercial flight. Instead, he walked through a separate passage toward a chartered aircraft. Not a private jet, but a commercial plane reserved exclusively for a small group of passengers. A rare scenario even for someone as famous as him. It was like he wanted to disappear without being seen, but at the same time needed extremely tight security, wrote a staff member who witnessed the scene. Meanwhile, some fans noticed something even more intriguing. Jungkook wore a pair of large black headphones, never before seen, not any model he previously used. A fan knowledgeable in audio equipment claimed that the headphones were likely a prototype from an international tech company, set to be released next year. If Jungkook was indeed using that model, he might be participating in a technology collaboration, not just a music or fashion project. But then another theory surfaced, one that spread even faster than the others. A theory that Jungkook didn't travel for a schedule. Not for a brand, not for a secret assignment, but to meet someone in Paris. 2 days earlier, an international musician rumored to be close to Jungkook posted a photo from Paris. No caption, just the Eiffel Tower in the distance and a moon emoji. Hours later, Jungkook uploaded an IG story using the exact same emoji. Coincidence? A signal? Or something planned? Yet the mystery didn't stop there. T1612, when Jungkook's aircraft took off, an airport employee noticed something chilling. The entire VIP departure lane, normally accessible to certain staff, was suddenly closed off with barriers for 15 minutes after his departure. No one knew why, but some claimed it was a high-security protocol used only for political figures. As if someone wanted to ensure that no one saw, touched, or approached the path Jungkook had taken. As if something had happened or was about to happen. When this information spread, the army's curiosity turned into unease. Why was this trip so different? Why no HYB staff? Why the extreme security? Why the mysterious black bag? Why Paris? And what or who waited for him there? No one could imagine that this trip would unfold into one of the biggest mysteries Army had ever encountered. A mystery that would soon change everything they thought they knew about what was happening behind BTS closed doors.